Somebody socks him later, bro.
Somebody socks him later.
Just remember you saw him
later.
Just remember you saw him earlier. Just remember you saw him earlier. I mean, you know,
we can try to convince him that maybe he shouldn't hang out here and bother people that are trying to sleep.
Because you know, here's the thing: is this is really important to a lot of people, man. And nobody's ever seen him do it before. You know, he's coming and shitting on what people are doing. So, like, I'm just saying, later on when somebody socks him, just remember you guys saw him earlier. I won't be the guy socking him. I'm a minister.
Yeah.
But please don't let it reflect on the hard work that these people are doing here. Because man, we've never seen that guy, man. These people down here are all advocates, you know, for houseless rights, and these people work really hard. Yeah.
All right. Like I said, we can try to convince him that unless he starts breaking the law or
of course.
something like that, we can't force him.
Of course, man.
Okay.
Of course.
Is he a vet?
Michelson. Okay.
Thanks, boss. You
Thanks,
try
Jesse.
to work within the system, man.
Thanks, Jesse.
You know,
Good thinking.
And I'm not a rat. You know, I'm not a rat. I'm not gonna like go arrest that guy. But I'm like, all right, well, just understand
He's
that.
flying high. I don't know if he's gonna have a. I don't know if he's gonna have a freaking heart attack. He takes off his shirt. He takes off his shirt. He puts it back on. He dumps out garbage. He picks it back on, and he's running across the street. And one of these days, the guy's gonna get hit by a car. He's buzzing so hard. I don't know if he's, like I said, I don't know if he's mentally ill or drugs or both. But he said he's a vet.
The cops really can't leave him here. Look at him. They can't leave him here.
Yeah, I think they're realizing that.
And we're not rats, dude. We're not snitches, man. We're not snitches right now.
Well, this was between City Hall, security, and him. The only thing I've ever done is if I see somebody who's dancing around and acting all crazy and dumping shit out and making a mess, I say, by the way, you know that guy's not with us. Now, one of the people like that became one of us because we were good to the guy. This fella, unfortunately,
that's about to be on. The cops about to whoop his ass.
He cannot. He can't connect. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I recognize you. I'm filming right now for a live stream. Is it okay to be on?
Of course.
Okay. So I make sure not to film anybody who doesn't want. Or you stream, or we all stream for ice cream.
What goes on here?
You guys what is that? Is that a press box? Oh no.
You know, that's a bus press with my keys attached. I get in everywhere with this.
Can I ask you something? It's
Yes. Tell me now.
private. Sorry. He's part of the Veterans Workplace. Okay. I don't want to like screw up. It was a different guy that I thought that I knew, but I have seen him for sure. Yeah. I just don't want to like.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Because there was a friend. This is a true thing. I got two people mixed up on my phone. I thought I was calling. Oh, his name is Dan. I thought I was calling one guy. I asked another for help. The guy totally came through, and he helped me so much. And then I found out it wasn't even. And I was like, who was I talking to? Oh my God.
Isn't that awesome?
It was.
That you can rely on somebody that you don't even know that you can rely on?
I know. Tell me about it. It was awesome. Oh, what's going on here? It's getting live.
When did the cops arrive? I didn't notice until
Just like 5-10 minutes ago.
Okay, I did not see them come up.
This poor guy.
Did I not tell you? Did I not fucking tell you? This guy is trouble. And if he weren't, there would not be two cop cars out here.
He's I think he might actually, based on what he said, there's a couple of people who believe that maybe he's a disabled vet. And seriously, he may be wound up permanently like this. This may not be meth or whatever. And compassion means that when he's running across the street back and forth going all crazy and setting plants in the middle of the street, yeah, the police should talk to him.
Which he's been doing off and on all day. Like, he came out here at like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. He came out here at like 9 or 10. He's been out here off and on.
Yeah.
So He comes out here. He keeps setting shit down. He's been setting stuff up there, which is completely illegal. We should not be across.
But
that
it's
line
okay.
Right there.
It's okay. He's not one of us. They know that. The news guy knows that. The cops know that. This is between him. This is public space. It's between him and them. He's not hurting us.
He's looking for his box.
Which is
You know his box?
Yeah, I saw somebody grab it. He wants to stop file theft.
So
that.
So can you help me find his things?
they're telling him that he has to leave.
They're asking him to leave.
They don't necessarily know that he's an autonomous individual.
Yeah, they do, because Jesse just talked to them,
But
and the
News
cop
Channel 8
talked
is
to
out here.
No,
They're probably
that,
recording this.
the only person who's out here is the cameraman, and he doesn't have the spokesperson, whatever they call him. He's not set up. He's not recording. He's not recording. He thanked us for letting him know that this guy's kind of loose. If you talk to him, he sometimes goes off. All right.
Okay.
So we kind of warned the guy, because some people talk to him and he does lose it. Okay, not always. A lot of times he's really super nice. He tries to give you his food. He goes back and forth. He'll be like, "You want a piece of meat? Do you want some food?" I mean, like, he's really out. Okay. The police officer knows that he's not with us. Jesse asked if he could maybe help him move along, because he's really kind of putting a face on our action that we don't want, and there's kids here and so forth. The police said they can't make him move. He's done nothing, but they might ask him, because this might not be the best place for him. And he is running across the street, and there are some things that he's doing that are some risk, and he's making a mess.
Okay.
You know, so they'll ask him. They're going to try to take care of him. I'm just suggesting that this fella has his own business with the city, with the cops, whatever, and whatever compassion. They keep telling him, "We're not going to arrest you. We're not arresting you." Okay, so they're trying to calm him down, maybe convince him to go. He might need to lie down or something, seriously.
My fear, though, is that he's coming out here and he's putting a bad name on Occupy, because this will very likely make it in the news.
Okay,
And
when the news anchor comes here and the camera person is discussing, if he's still here, then I would say we could look at that. But
but even away from
You have to understand that being as inclusive as possible obviously has its downfalls. And
it's a public space.
yeah,
This is City Hall.
That's what I think we should study our purpose anyways. It's not so much trying to make sure we don't have a bad reputation, but it's making sure that people understand that we are inclusive, so we have the
Well, he's not here to be with us.
I know.
He's already said he's here because he wants to be here.
But really, being here, and seeing the cops like me walking up just to go watch, like, I mean, I know me and a lot of people here feel protective over the like,
They feel what?
protective over the weakness, because those are the fuck up by the cops the most.
Right.
And nobody believes them.
And protective, when you can communicate with someone, I'm all for it. But when somebody goes back and forth between anger and happy, anger, happy, anger, happy, and we're talking about possibly a vet, he needs compassion, and he does not need to be running around on the street. He is
So I'm just saying
really
that's why I made sure to observe what the cops are saying.
right. And so far, so good.
For the record, the cops are not done.
So I know that the news sometimes can play and say, oh, here's a guy, this is Occupy, all right. They also get called on the carpet when they do that. And KGW, I don't know if they're ones to do that. Have you noticed KGW news in particular?
Yeah.
I've noticed Coin.
Yeah,
They
I
don't-
watch KGW a lot.
They don't report them.
What do you think about them?
They seem to be
That
somewhat
will be the only news story we'll
supportive,
see
but
for a
still
week.
very, very
Yeah.
critical.
Okay, what about Coin? Have you ever seen them? They're
Coin,
bad.
I only pay attention to KGW.
What about KATU?
I don't even know.
Actually, I heard K2 was
Okay.
bad, but one of the better.
TV is bad for you. Don't watch it.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I generally
Words
try
of
to stay
wisdom
away
from
video
Colonel.
when I'm looking at the news. I read articles because it seems less biased. Like if there's somebody yelling at you for one thing, it's hard to think of
Well,
the other
I like
side.
to read just because. Well, I also take in information better when I read, but I also like to be able to have like facts and sources. Like I can look that shit up and I can verify it's right there. I don't have to like.
We're making a lot of noise compared to like that guy. Everybody's waking up. Of course, it's daylight now. How early is it?
Can I say one thing before I walk away? My big fear was this wingnut guy is that he's going to come out here making trouble, causing police to come out here. When earlier today, 2 security guards came out here complaining about the people up front, but still saying that they are compiling a list of things that we're doing wrong because they're trying to get rid of the masses, not just autonomous individuals. Like these officers.
Can I talk to you where I can hear you better? This is really important information, and I haven't heard this.
These officers are looking for autonomous individuals so that they can get rid of them as well as the whole group. But if they're going to get rid of like 2 or 3, it's still just a few fleas off of the dog, and they're trying to get rid of the whole dog.
Why are you saying, what did security